Google Earth is getting a few more hits lately. This image has many suspecting that a giant sea creature is lurking in New Zealand waters. An engineer reportedly spotted the being in the Oki Bay while researching the area before heading there on vacation.
There are some very weird things happening in the ocean right now, and it seems like even the most dangerous predators, like the hunter whale, are now running out of the ocean to the shore side because they seem to be afraid of something that's happening inside the ocean right now. And a fishing boat near Greece captured a footage in the ocean that's currently shocking the entire world, because what I'm going to be showing you in that footage is actually crazy. Let's first take a look with what's currently happening in the ocean. Now, many people have been speculating that the reason why even the most terrifying sea creatures are now scared of something that's actually living inside the ocean that seems to have been awakened after all these years is probably known to be a creature called the Leviathan. Now, Leviathan is a creature that's mentioned in the ancient scriptures of Torah, Bible, as well as Quran. And this creature is also mentioned in the Hindu scriptures, which is said to be a creature that will awaken during the end times. And this creature in the Norse mythology is also known as the world serpent, which is extremely huge in size that it can literally just swallow an entire nation. So that's the kind of size of this beast that we're dealing with that lives under the ocean. Now, of course, this is something a lot of people have been speculating that this could be one of the reasons as to why these fish are actually coming ashore. Now, take a look at this footage over here where you can see some sort of a mythical fish that has this electricity passing all over it. So this fish is named as the doomsday fish. Anytime this fish ends up coming up all the way to the shore, this most probably means that there is some sort of a massive disaster that's going to come up. Crazy this fish looks, and look at the sound that it makes. That's crazy. I don't know if it's electricity or if it's just its scales, man. That looks so good. As beautiful as it might seem, this fish is not something that should appear on the shores, because when it does, there is definitely some massive disaster that's coming up. And it's not just this. A couple days ago in India, there seems to be 700,000 tortoise that just came out of the beach in Odisha. And this is how crazy it looks, man. Just take a look at this stuff. These are how many of these things that are currently visible, and we don't know what's happening. It seems like, most of them are laying eggs. Something that's inside the ocean, they just felt that, it's not really safe, so they decided to show up on the shores in the beach. And it's not just hundreds and thousands. There are 700,000 of these turtles that are showing up in the beach. And how in the world is any of these things that we're witnessing right now even normal? Like 700,000 of them showing up at the same time. And then we also have the doomsday fish that's showing up in the shores. And I don't think there is anything out there in the ocean that the killer whales are even scared of. They're not even scared of sharks. And if these creatures are afraid of something that they've seen in the ocean, then that is something that we humans should be worried about. Because just a couple days ago in Australia, it seems like 150 killer whales showed up on the beach, and they were scared and they were freaking out, and most of the whales even ended up dead out of panic. Just take a look at this video here.
False killer whales have been stranded off the coast of Tasmania, Australia. Initial observations revealed 90 whales were
Look at that, they're
still
dead,
alive.
Man.
But local wildlife officials said they'll euthanize the surviving animals after rough ocean conditions made it impossible to refloat them. Rescuers had attempted to send 2 of the whales back out to sea, but wind and rough seas meant they immediately returned to shore.
That's crazy. It doesn't seem like they want to go back as well. They're not putting any efforts in order to go back. They, on purpose, all of these whales and all these fish and turtles and some of the craziest creatures are coming out.
The cause of the stranding is still unknown.
I'm pretty sure there's a disaster coming. There is a massive disaster that's coming up. And also today we just found out that there is a brand new mysterious fish that was also found all the way up the shore. And these fish are like the brand new species that we have never known for all these years. And if you take a look at it, it seems like it's a mysterious fish with transparent head and unique eyes spotted in deep seas. And it does actually looks crazy, man. Look at that stuff. Ooh, that's creepy as hell. That looks like an alien or something. And they have like 2 egg-like eyes. I don't know if those are like eyes. And they're pretty much just transparent. You can see all of their organs. You can see the brains, organs, and everything. That looks sick. That looks very sick. And I guess the fish is basically telling us to be more open-minded. Now, we also found another footage of this oarfish, which is also known as the doomsday fish. Apparently, they're trying to get this back into the water, and that's how huge it is. Look at the size of this thing. And this is supposed to be the doomsday fish that never appears on the shores. And these things are coming out in the beach. And this thing apparently appeared all the way back in 2011 in Japan before the infamous earthquake that happened. And it was one of the most craziest events of natural disasters in our history. And that was the time when they spotted this thing. And now after 23 years, it seems like the fish is back again. And also take a look at California right now. I don't know what the hell is going on. It seems like there are massive hordes of birds that are flying across. I don't know which exact location this is, but it seems like they're leaving California. Something crazy is going to happen. This definitely seems like there's some sort of a natural disaster that all of these creatures are like giving us a warning about, but there's something huge that's coming up is all I can say. And the fact that it's not just happening in one country, it's happening all across the world in all different nations. This means that there's some kind of a massive disaster that's coming up that's going to be affecting the entire earth. So that's the kind of disaster that all of these creatures are like very scared of. And most of the religious people, they believe that the reason why all of these things are coming out of the oceans and we can see birds that are like spooked out of something is probably because there could be this Leviathan creature that could finally be awakening, because there is a lot of end time prophecies that is according to Bible that has already been coming true. It seems like the Antichrist is coming up very soon. Now obviously take a look at all the things that's happening around us in the world. Euphrates River is completely drying up, which is also something that was already prophesied in Ezekiel's revelation. And it's not just that, we also saw deserts becoming forest, and there's also blizzard snowstorm all over the Saudi Arabia in the middle of deserts, which is something that just seems so impossible to happen. And we also saw rivers lushing out of deserts, which is also something the prophecy has stated. And the prophecy also says that water will be turning red blood color. And we are also seeing these things happen right now. And one of the most important things is that Israel has already announced that they are sacrificing the 5 red heifers, which is already revealed to Ezekiel in Revelations, where he got to see that Israel was indeed sacrificing 5 red heifers, and there will be a massive all-out scale war throughout the entire world because of this stuff. And then they're going to be building the 3rd Solomon temple, and after that the Jews believe that their Messiah is going to show up. But then in reality, according to Ezekiel, the Messiah that people have been waiting for is going to be the second coming of Christ. And above all, the scripture also mentions that there is a creature that is even bigger than nations combined. Like, it can literally swallow an entire part of the map and the country would never even exist. So that's how huge a massive creature that God has created has been in the ocean for all these years. And obviously, I think we humans, we only kind of just explored 7% of the entire ocean. So there's still a lot of ocean left, which we obviously don't know what exists in there, that the creature that these guys are afraid of could end up being Leviathan. And there's this guy on Instagram named Mastermind Mystery. He posted a video that actually shows you what the Leviathan is basically all about. Just take a look at the stuff.
2026, the Leviathan will return, and I'll prove to you why. Centuries ago, ancient texts whispered about a colossal creature that slumbered beneath our oceans. Over the past 50 years, unexplained underwater anomalies have occurred, the most famous being the bloop. This noise was louder than any marine animal we've ever recorded, which emanated near the Pacific Ocean. Scientists believe there could be massive underwater caverns, perfect for the Leviathan to lay dormant. Large numbers of whales and dolphins have been filmed heading towards the beaches to strand themselves as if they were afraid of something. But why would the Leviathan awaken in 2026? Well, some theorists believe the moon's phases combined with its unique orbital cycles trigger not only tidal shifts, but awaken beasts at the bottom of the ocean.
I don't know if that's possible. Like, can this have any relation with like the moon and like the tidal shifts happening? Maybe, man, but as far as what I believe, like from the scriptures, this is going to happen eventually at the end times. And most of the guys watching this video who are not believers, who have never read the scriptures, they might be like, they're just watching some sort of a Godzilla movie. But yeah, this is exactly what's written in some of these scriptures. I would definitely suggest you guys to go ahead and read Bible, because it's one of the most interesting books that you will ever come across. And honestly, I don't know what's boring about the Bible, because if you do get to the chapter which is named Revelation, there are some mind-boggling prophecies that have already come true, and it's actually fantastic.
And so, in 2026, a supermoon is predicted to occur, which will be an astronomical event for our oceans. This is not a coincidence and points to the Leviathan emerging from the deep depths of our oceans. Let me know what you think in the comments.
Imagine if this happens.
In 2026,
that would be crazy, man. We also have another video from Earth Trauma.
Yeah, this is it for us. Scientists have found this angry biblical creature that is larger than a continent.
I mean, this is something that you can actually go to Google Earth. Now, if you go down to Google Earth and search for this exact coordinates, then you will actually come across something that's absolutely crazy. Just take a look at this whole thing that has been growing for all these years. And scientists have been saying that it could just be some sort of a mountain that's like underneath the sea or oceans. If you take a look at this thing, man, it looks so freaking scary. It looks like a literal massive serpent face. And that's really scary, to be honest, dude. This is apparently how it looks like. And there seems to be like 2 eyes or something like that. And then these are like the nostrils. And apparently it's just coming out of the ocean. And that's how big it is. And just imagine if this is how big the head of the Leviathan is, and if you follow this all the way down, like the entire Earth, like you can just rotate all the way around and end somewhere around here, and this is how big the Leviathan is. Can you imagine? There could be literally nothing on Earth that we have as a weapon that could basically take this out. And that's what the Bible also says, that the Leviathan cannot be taken out by any weapon that exists on Earth, because it's that powerful. And the only way this could be taken down is by God himself, which is during the second coming of Christ. And currently the creature is residing under the water. A lot of people are saying that it's just some sort of an island or something like that, but this just looks super scary, to be honest. Let me just zoom in. You can't really see anything if you zoom in as well. It's just like ocean. It's just plain ocean around here, and this is what you're seeing from many years. So that's basically what this video has been describing.
Out of the water, and we have been warned about this for centuries. People were terrified after a biblical end-of-the-world creature was seemingly spotted on Earth, as the Bible warns us in Isaiah 27:1 that a huge Leviathan creature will...
Look at that stuff. This is literally written in the scriptures, which basically says, may those cursed who curse the day, those who are ready to arouse the Leviathans. May the stars of its morning be dark, and may it look for light, but have none, and not see the dawning of the day. Now, this is basically during the second coming of Christ.
Until Judgment Day. And when it rises, it will be the end for us all. And many are horrified, saying, it's rising up now. Experts had taken this aerial view of a huge Leviathan-like head underneath the ocean, with many saying it cannot be landmass, as what appears to be its head is moving. Many people were terrified.
Because right in this exact position, there's also this massive anomaly that was spotted in the weather system. And obviously the government said it's just some sort of an error in our system. There's nothing to worry about. And obviously I don't think no one's going to be believing the government at this point, because they might be lying about these things. They might be hiding some stuff. And obviously if they want to hide these things from us, so why would they even reveal any of these informations, right? Because there has been something that's been moving on in the weather forecast reports, and they said that it's just some sort of an error that they had in the system. But now that we are seeing all of these crazy things happening, and you know, all these fish that's coming across, we have turtles that's coming around. Recently, a few days ago, a Turkish fisherman recorded this footage where it seems like the waves doesn't look normal at all. Just take a look at this stuff, man. The waves are literally in box shape. And why would something like that even happen? That's not at all natural in any sort of way. And obviously, you know, when this video went viral, the government said that the reason why this could be happening is most probably because we have 2 different types of currents coming out from all the directions, and that is probably why it's caused. Then they also said that when such things happen, this most definitely means there is either a massive tsunami or a massive earthquake that is starting up. This was recorded right between the ocean of Greece and Turkey. And guess what? Just a couple of minutes ago, we got a report from Peninsula that a massive earthquake of magnitude 6 has just started up. And take a look at the stuff.
0 magnitude earthquake struck near the Minahasa Peninsula, Sulawesi, Indonesia at 6:55 a.m. local time on February 26, 2025. The epicenter was 45 kilometers southeast of Tutuyan.
Now, remember that this thing is currently happening, and it was recorded on February 26th at 6 magnitude, and it seems like the magnitude has been increasing ever since then. But looking at all the signs, it seems like it's not just going to be happening in Peninsula, it's also going to be happening all around the world, because we are basically seeing all of these ocean creatures that's coming out all over the world. It's not just in one particular location, so that's what's more concerning at
In
this point.
Bolang, Mongendau, Timor Regency, at a depth of 10 kilometers. BMKG reports no tsunami threat, but residents should remain cautious of aftershocks. Authorities are assessing the impact, and no immediate reports of damage or casualties have been confirmed. Stay alert, follow official updates, and take necessary safety precautions.
That's crazy. Because lately we've been seeing a lot of earthquakes that's happening in Greece, and a lot of tourists in Greece already left the place. And they also carried on some evacuation orders and all that stuff. And honestly, we don't exactly know if it's the Leviathan or not, but most signs and prophecies that definitely have been stating that there will be Leviathan that will rise up during the end times. And eventually, as we can see, a lot of end time prophecies are currently coming true. So we never know, man. Anything could be happening. And I think 2025 is going to be one of the most interesting years in order to take a look at all the prophecies coming true each and every single day. So it just seems like every day I sleep, I wake up, and then I look at some new prophecy that just came true. And it's just very exciting to look at these things because we know that the end is near. And obviously, if you believe in Jesus, it's definitely going to be a happy ending for you. So yeah, I would honestly love to know what your opinions are. Leave your thoughts down below in the comments. It's going to be a very interesting topic to discuss. And if you guys did enjoy this video, if you want to see more content like these on my channel, then make sure to go ahead, show your support by dropping a like on this video. Let's see if we can probably get to 2,000 likes. That would really mean a lot. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Subscribe, turn the notifications on so you guys can stay updated with my daily content that I post on this channel every single day, by the way. Now, with that being said, I will see you guys on the next one. Until then, take it easy, fams, and goodbye.
If